Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 8th Createbase community call. Chloe the Dev here, or Chloe, whatever works well. And I'm joined on stage with Lenara and Caro, and they can introduce themselves and say hi as they see fit. So,
thanks, Chloe, and welcome everybody here to the Createbase community call, where you have a chance to meet each other and talk about your projects, know about what's going on and new exciting things on mid-this year. Kara's gonna give an update, and I guess we're gonna also have some time for people to talk about their projects, right?
yeah, so we'll have time for people. If you're interested, please use the chat to say whatever you'd like, say hi, communicate, and after we're done with the little intros that we're going to do, definitely indicate you want to come on stage, and we can invite you on stage. You just click accept the invitation, and you'll be able to come on stage and share a bit about your project. Carol, you can go ahead and give a little intro of who you are for those that might not know you.
Yeah, hi, I'm Caro. I'm the co-founder of Mintbase, and super excited for the Createbase community that Lenara and Chloe are managing, and I'm curious about the new project, so please don't be shy to present your projects, and we're here to help you get comfortable with Nia, like creating your wallet, supporting your project, and I love the community, so I love the cause, and let's get started.
Awesome. So one of the biggest issues people have with coming into the Createbase community can sometimes be just getting started with Near, and that could be getting a wallet. So Lenara wrote a wonderful blog post today, actually, and put it on the Createbase community website. So it's just createbase.community, and you can go to the blog, and that will have all the information you need to get started with a testnet account, a mainnet account as well. Because that is different on Near, unlike Ethereum, where you can just have the same account on both. And also we do have some funding as well available for people within the Createbase community to set up a mainnet Near name. So if that's something that you would like to get started, getting your .near name set up and moving forward that way, definitely feel free to reach out to us so we can support you that way. In general, Createbase is just a guild on Near that is here to support creative projects in the NFT space, particularly working on Mintbase. So if you have any projects, hey there, I can read your chat as well, Vandal and Laura. So if you have any ideas for creative projects that you would like to get started with, we do provide funding as well. And even if funding isn't something you're looking for, maybe it's just getting connected with other developers or other people to get your project started, we can help out with that as well. Carol, feel free to give a little update of how things are progressing from the team. We don't want to take up too much of your valuable time. So.
Yeah, definitely. So the last few weeks have been super interesting. Nate, Thor, and Louis are coding a lot. So we wanted to launch on Saturday now on testbed. We don't know if it's going to happen because the index is down and Nate is currently working on it. You can also come on stage. Come. Okay, 1 second. I will just turn off my...
Hey there, can't hear you yet. Oh. Yeah, sometimes switching the audio isn't the easiest.
A little audio glitch. Oops.
But hopefully you can get that audio reset. Right?
Can just give Nate the little earbuds. I guess that should work.
Okay, well.
Hello?
Oh, let me see if.
Oh, now they're muted, actually. Try again.
Okay, so that doesn't seem like it's working too well.
Oh, man, the indexer, the audio today, the technology is
I
not
know, right? Just
cooperating.
not the best tech day.
Mm-mm.
That's all right. I know,
It's
right?
okay.
These aren't always the easiest. So
Yeah, I
while we
think
wait for Carol to come back, Leonardo, feel free. You would like to give a little update on maybe some of the projects or bounties or how things are
okay.
progressing in that sense.
Yeah, so we have a lot of movement. Lots of people are submitting really, really nice projects. And I'm super happy to say that so far we've been able to make pretty much almost all projects pass. Well, because they're great, and and some are really ambitious, so we are able to maybe fund part of the project, the parts that are more connected to what Mintbase is doing. And like I said, we also can, arrange for them to be funded by partner funding. So that's coming along quite nicely. We're going to also there's a new guild program called Sandbox on here that you might heard about. And they're actually going to provide extra funding for the sort of things that actually is the stuff we have on the bounties, for example, like writing text or creating videos and graphics, like small like software projects, things that like every guild can benefit from. So they're going to have like a space where we're going to post bounties from several different guilds, and then people can apply to those bounties. And that comes as extra funding. So that's really cool. It means our funding has expanded. So yeah, for now, I think the bounties are posted only on our board, the Notion board, but soon they're also going to be posted in this like a sandbox space. So that's going to be really nice. And we have a lot of open bounties now that you can, easily apply to if you want. For example, there is one that someone could have been doing right now. You can actually start right now on a bounty, which is to live tweet this community call. So you can start tweeting right now, and you're gonna, be doing this bounty. That's one. But also for people who cannot make it to the call, and we know that there's a lot of interesting stuff going on these days in the blockchain space. So it's hard to be able to go to every single one. So I think it's really useful that we are having these summaries made from the call. So it's like a really nice write of everything that's been said, the projects that presented with links and stuff. So it's a bounty also to write that, because the calls are recorded, and then from the recording, the summaries are written. So that's like some very easy bounties that anybody with no extra skills, like just to help our guild can do, for example. But yeah, you can just also look and see all the other ones, the other bounties that we have in the Notion board. And yeah, I think Chloe posted a link to that very specific one. And then if you go to the whole board, like there's a column with all the bounties, and you can actually peek at how the projects are progressing, because we kind of document their progress. We leave like comments for, the creators of the project, and pretty much anybody can comment actually if they want have some input. Or even if if you don't want to do a bounty, say, oh my god, this bounty is so good, someone has to do it. I guess Vandal left a comment in one of the bounties. Just you are open to contribute, in this whole process of the projects moving forward from being submitted to being approved and being refined and then getting executed. So it's open for the whole community that.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Yes, for those bounties, please feel free to recommend bounties to us as well. Carol, I think your mic is working now. So if you and Nate would like to speak, feel free.
Yeah, we're back. Hi. Sorry, some audio issues.
Hello. So the update is that the goal was to get it ready for you guys today, and then play around with it, and then launch it for our talk on Saturday for Ethember. So today I basically blew everything away, started fresh, brand new database, cleared everything out, brand new indexer, updated all of the near core stuff. So I'm pulling directly from, which really kicked me in the butt today, because so Near's doing a lot of big things right now. We had a call with them last week. They're going to reduce the storage costs. So in Ethereum land, gas costs are incredibly high. in Nearland, storage costs are fairly high, really high. And this is one of those things that it's a little painful, but it's good too. But the goal is that, so the main thing is that they're trying to stop is that you're not putting just a ton of data into the chain. And if too much data goes into the chain, then of course sharding is supposed to solve this problem, right? But I don't think sharding is, they don't want to just bloat the state as much as they want right now and start the sharding process. To avoid that, you increase the cost of storage, so we don't store a bunch of things on there. So they're going to decrease the cost of that by 10x, which that is going into effect now on testnet. The pre-release just went out like 5 minutes ago, and that's what I'm switching our indexer to, is this brand new release, which is really painful because these indexers can take anywhere from half a day to sync to like 2 days to sync, depending on what's going on. Also, I'm not a super Rust expert, and our indexer is written in Rust. And our Rust expert is highly focused on the market and contract stuff. So the next update, we're starting the conversation with QuantStamp. So the goal is to have the site out for at least a month to just battle test, hit it, create accounts, see how the thing works. The other idea is that we are going to open up the site as it is to everybody, but we're actually going to issue an NFT that allows people to deploy stores. So only people with an NFT that we give out will enable the actual mint creation process. Obviously, there's going to be some weird, fun things you can do with it. You could sell it on our system. You can switch it around. You can trade it back and forth to friends to deploy stores. I'm not sure, but that's going to be part of the fun process. So yesterday we gave our big investor pitch. As you know, we raised $1 million. It was quite exciting. We've done 2 big investor calls. So one was a month and a half ago, and the other one was yesterday. They're pretty excited about what we built. The indexer was working, thank goodness, then, and the site worked flawlessly. Not one thing broke. It was a magic system. So what else? So yeah, my goal is to now get this targeted to the new pre-release for the storage optimizations and get the indexer indexing again, and hopefully have the site up and running before ETH. So I'll keep hammering. If you want to see my conversations, it's just go look in the Near Core or the Near Dev Telegram channel. There's plenty of me going, what the heck? But the team's very responsive. Near's been really kicking ass lately with all of our concerns. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you for the update. Yeah, I'm always peering into the Near Dev Telegram channel and seeing your comments and the dev comments, and it's obviously great that the Near is upgrading their system so frequently, but I'm sure trying to get these things nailed down isn't always the easiest with all that happening. But once that does happen, I'm sure it'll be a great release for us all. Insane costs, whether it's for storage or fees, is not really gate opening, as Ben Haley would say. So excited to see this 10x reduction in storage costs, and hopefully ETH Denver will have something to play with, at least on testnet. So thank you very much for the update.
And hey,
Thank you, Nate.
Thank you so much for putting together that NFT standardization call. That was so helpful. I can't believe I didn't see that. It's also probably good to share. Sparrow can probably dive into it, but
yeah, if Sparrow wants to give also an update about the NFT standards, maybe you can come also to the stage and help Vandal sign up, and then we can put you also, Sparrow, as like a short update about that project, because I think it's really important, like, and such a great opportunity that we have on Near to come up with a much better NFT standard than what's available on Ethereum. That's really great.
Okay, we're gonna leave the stage now and gonna let you guys.
Okay.
Enjoy. We will continue with our wonderful call. Thank you so much for the updates. Awesome.
Thank
so for next to stage, if I think Vandal was pointing out that he can give a quick update on what he's working on. So
yeah, so let's get Vandal. We have Sparrow, and please, if someone else wants to just say something about what you're working on, or if you have a project you want to submit and haven't submitted yet, you can also talk about it here during the community call if you want.
So, hey there, Vandal.
Hi, Vandal.
Hey, how's everyone doing?
Doing great.
Yeah, awesome.
For these updates.
Yeah, it's been a hectic. It's been quite hectic, to be honest. And we had we've been doing our weekly DJ live stream events now, Wednesdays, which was yesterday, and we've got a new series of events, which I guess today is our next one at 10:30 a.m. So it's coming up very shortly. We're doing these DAO drops. Which is just launching our audio NFTs and the artists that we're working with. So that's at 10:30 Pacific time. So for those who want to come through, please check the DAO Records Twitter for the links. But as far as things go with with what we're planning with Midbase and Near, I'm happy to say I had a really great call with with the team. Well, I guess not the team. I was talking to Mike Saint Jean, and we're exploring how to put together a music guild for Near. And it's been pretty exciting, and we're coming up with some really great.
Oh, did we lose you for a bit
there?
Yeah,
Vandal is frozen. Oops.
Hopefully back soon.
I guess I'm reconnecting. We can wait a little bit.
His internet.
We move. Yeah, we break his update in two parts.
I know, right? We're having quite the tech issues today, but that's all right.
Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I don't know if Vandal can hear us. Just like something went bad with the connection. Should we put someone else while we wait?
Yeah, for sure. Ben, if you want to give a yeah, no worries. Ben, if you want to give a quick update, I know your update was probably something quick, and then after that, if Vandal's still not back, Sparrow, okay, you could provide. So
let's get Ben quickly then.
Let me do that. I'll invite him again after. Let's see how this goes.
Oh, there you go. You can have several people here in this stage. It's very roomy.
Hello. Hey, I can turn my video on. Hello.
Hey there.
It's great to be here.
Who you are and what brought you to Createbase and what you're working on.
Thank you. So I'm Ben. I'm a merrymaker. That basically means I'm trying to find ways that we can increase the global happiness and try and produce art and crafts and different things to make that happen. I have been really excited about Near especially because crypto art has always had this bit of an issue where newer artists have struggled to find their way in. And when I first joined, literally only, July 2020, I found out how hard that was from the get-go, and trying to get onto platforms like Cargo and Rarible kind of like became quickly about the money because that was just before gas fees went astronomical, as we know, on Ethereum. And now we're going to be missing out on that next group of artists if we don't do something about that. And likewise, what I've noticed is that there's no craft-based art practices in the space. Well, there's very little, and there's very little physical artists taking advantage of the new digital art ecosystem that we're producing. So I thought, how can we onboard and support those people and do some art facilitation with them so they can get into the space as well? So I said, okay, cool, let's do a live stream. And luckily, Createbase has decided to pick up a little bit of funding with me. So I'm now announcing a live stream called Craft and Crypto Art. It's going to be really fun. It's going to be focused on how you can take physical art and physical craft into the digital space. Is there any skills, like digital art skills that you can pick up that can help you make your dreams come a reality? Is there any tools that we need to bring support? Do we need any certain programs? And, it's basically just trying to bring all of these like disparate parts together into one place and then create art on the new Mint-Base ecosystem. I am so excited to kind of see how it goes, and I would love for any support and ideas to roll in as we make this happen, I guess.
That's amazing. Thank you for I've watched a couple of your live streams on DLive where you're making the art as well. And I think that's super cool because I volunteer locally with a school for, I guess, differently abled youth. And one of the main things I do with those students is we create physical art projects. And one of my goals is to kind of similarly take those physical art projects and figure out ways to digitize them, turn them into NFTs, and kind of, again, bridge that gap between physical art and digital art, and kind of, again, open those doors for people who, not everyone might understand how to, do graphic design or how to do these really cool, amazing projects we see digitally. But almost, anybody can create some sort of physical art. So teaching people how to take those physical art pieces that they're used to, and then making them digital, minting them on platforms like Mint-Base, and doing it hopefully inexpensively, so that keeping the barrier to entry low there as well. I think it's all wonderful projects. So I'm very excited to see the continuation of your streams and education series. So
yeah, super looking forward to what's going to come.
Yeah, so thank you very much. If you have more to share, please feel free. And
yeah, sure thing. I just want to say that just talking about all these things about guilds, I would love to hear more about that process as well, because it's the one thing which I found that there's not much literature on as of yet. So maybe that's worth adding to the bounty board. Hey?
There we go. I think that's a wonderful idea.
Yep.
I know there's Nima already saying yes.
You know what? One of the bounties is suggesting topics for bounties, articles to be written. So you can get a bounty by suggesting that, actually.
Nice. Well, I will suggest that.
You can pop onto the Notion board and suggest. Nima in the chat is the head of all of this coordination and community stuff. So you can send private messages in AirMeet. So Ben, feel free to reach out to Nima as well.
And also, if you want to write, if you feel that you yourself want to get delve into that topic and maybe interview a few people like Nima or other people involved with this for this article, if you want to also write, you can also just propose this topic, and you can do that bounty as well.
Awesome. Right. Well, thank you. That's the end of my announcement. Hopefully, I'll be back next week to tell you how we've been getting on.
There you go. Well, thank you very much. I'm going to kick you off the stage now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Off.
Super cool.
Yeah, get your giant wooden cane out, Chloe.
Oh gosh, thank you.
And I think Vandal is back. Yes, Vandal.
So Vandal, you're back. I'm going to put you on the big screen once again.
Hey.
Pick up where you left off.
I don't even know where I got cut off.
You know what?
We just
start from the beginning.
Okay. I think I was mentioning about the different events that we've been doing
yes,
in the metaverse.
Weekly music events. And
yeah. Okay, so then I'll jump into where I left off there.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh
well.
Okay, hopefully that comes back a bit quicker this time. But we already do have Sparrow on stage.
I figured I would already invite Sparrow to the stage to kind of, smooth it up.
Now,
so
Sparrow,
maybe that's what we have to do now, and Sparrow will give the update about the NFT standards and whatever else she wants to talk about.
Yeah, so hi. Hello, everybody.
Hey there.
Thanks for having this discussion. It really is an opportunity for us in this space to sort of avoid the problems that we've seen with NFTs in the Ethereum space. And although they're wonderful and amazing opportunities have arisen because of them, the interoperability can can be really an issue, and it holds back a lot of the opportunities that are available. And it really, I think, boils down to the fact that each platform who implemented this basic ERC 721 standard implemented it in a different way, and they structure their metadata in a different way, and it's not very interoperable at the end of the day. So before we have loads of NFT platforms on Near, which we will have very soon, I'm sure, we wanted to get a standard out there that wasn't overly complex. It was easy to implement, but contained enough so that we could ensure the interoperability between these NFTs between platforms. And so we had a really good call with the core Near developers. And I mean, just major props to the whole Near team being so open and willing to work with projects. We're defining the sort of best practices as well as the standard. So the standard will have what calls must this have, what calls must this contract be able to have in order to be called an NEP 721 or whatever we're going to call it, right? Currently NEP 4. And then there are best practices about how that gets used in marketplaces and for end users, yeah? That can then be implemented in a standard way by all of the platforms that want to interoperate. I mean, I see interoperability as a big win of blockchain. It's one of the things that holds back the Web 2. It's one of the advantages of blockchain. So we may as well make the most of it. And on Near, it feels like we have the opportunity to do so.
Thank you, Sparrow. Yeah, I think it is is a great opportunity. And there's several other interesting opportunities we have, as the blockchains are evolving, new blockchains are coming. If we don't make it better, then really what are we doing, right?
Yeah, and as well, I think it's super important because, I mean, even when you start talking about now bridging NFTs from different blockchains, where, most NFTs are on Ethereum now and there's not really a held to standard there. So then how are you going to start thinking about, bridging NFTs between blockchains? So hopefully with Near having a standard that's arguably or objectively better or more efficient, that can allow, other blockchains that are going to be using these bridges to kind of hopefully all be using the same or a similar standard. So it's easier to have some sort of interoperability, not just between the projects that are on Near, but also between, Near and Ethereum for the bridging there. But also, I mean, you're going to have Polkadot, Cosmos, and all of the chains where hopefully NFTs will be able to be transferred across as well.
That's exactly it, right? Because there's no standard for metadata currently, really. Everyone implements it differently on Ethereum. So having even just a flexible standard, and one of the ideas that we discussed is to have just a header at the beginning of the metadata to say, this metadata is in this format, so that other platforms knew how to read the metadata and map those fields to their interface. So just going to that level and being able to do that is something that's never happened in Ethereum. So yeah, no, I'm really excited.
Cool. Yeah, I'm excited too, I have to say.
Same. Well, thank you so much for sharing. I see Nima's on stage as well, while Vandal's trying to still figure out what's going on there. So yeah, Nima will make you large and you can say your thing.
Whoa, I'm large. Fun fact, Nima means small, and my last name, it's kind of Arabic. Askari means smaller, so I'm like small to smaller. So good to be large. And I wanted to share one very highly likely initiative that we're working on with actually some of Mintbase and Createbase fans, investors, community. So I've been thinking about what could be next for our community and ecosystem around the creator space. And Createbase could be kind of like the substrate and launchpad for this. But right now with Createbase, it's a community. We have grants, but we don't really have cohorts. But at the same time, we're seeing like all these proposals for projects that don't really fit within the budget that Createbase has. So we thought, how could we grow it? We're also getting a lot of like really interesting applications to our technical or infrastructure grants program that don't make any sense. Like I personally had to like say no to like 4 applications in the last like months. So really early stuff, but we're thinking about creating like a creators specific funding or cohorts program. Like the dream would be YC for creators. And I've talked to Spire about this. I talked to Jordan, Veladi, who's like a backer of Mintbase. This seems to resonate also with people within NEAR. So that's super exciting. Hopefully we can share some more details on that next week already. And then the other thing I found out, this is more technical. Hope I'm not boring you. Share some.
Yes. No, continue. More funding for creators is always a positive.
It's funding and also mentorship and some structure, because it's not just about funding.
Support,
right? Yeah, it's support structure, and the idea is to have like a program manager with mentors, but like kind of loosely coupled together in rolling cohorts. So it's not like it's not like YC that you have to wait twice a year, I don't know, to apply. You could join whenever there's like enough funding and cool stuff and cool people. You start like a cohort with like 5 people. That's that one. The technical discovery on my side was I've been deep diving on rollups, which are a scalability solution, and they seem to be the kind of official Ethereum or Vitalik Vitalik endorsed Ethereum scalability solution. The challenge there with rollups and NFTs is you can rollups generally, at least optimistic rollups, not ZK rollups, they seem to have ways to reduce the kind of the lockup or waiting time. But for NFTs, you can't do that, because like for fungible tokens, you can create like markets around it, and then someone on this side gives you your NFT and they get like a small cut, like 0.01%. But you can't do that with NFTs because there's only one of each NFT. So you imagine you have like 7 days. You want to send an NFT from like Ethereum mainnet to a rollup, or rollup to mainnet, and you have to wait like 2 weeks for this thing to go back and forth. That's why I think NEAR with the Rainbow Bridge could be a really cool solution for NFTs and non-fungible tokens. I have no guarantees around like DeFi and NEAR, but I think like NFTs are going to be huge, and that's personally where I'm excited and focusing a lot of our energy.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I've been reading the same kind of information, and it was very interesting hearing about the ways in which the free market could try and lower the lockup times for fungible tokens. But yeah, I mean, for NFTs, pretty much the only way to ensure you're getting the same NFT without and getting that same layer 2 type of scalability would be other layer 1s where you can still have a high amount of security and move those tokens across. So I think it's a great use case for other layer 1s to get involved with the NFT space.
Okay. Thank you so much, Nima. And I think we have like Vandal can try again. We also have Laura that wants to give an update. Let's see if we can make it. I might need to leave the call a little bit 5 or 10 before 6, but then Chloe will continue here to guide the call. So hey, Vandal, let's try again.
Hey, so watch my power cut out again right now. I just really wanted to say that I've been.
Oh no, not again.
And there it goes.
There it goes. Also, Luke wanted to share something, I think, after this.
Okay. So we'll get Luke on stage quickly.
Yeah. I got Laura on the stage, and then we can get Luke soon too. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, y'all. Good to go?
Go.
Oh, didn't mean to steal your spotlight, Laura.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
I'll make it brief. Hopefully my Wi-Fi doesn't cut out. So I believe I've been working under a Createbase grant. I've been working with Michael Kelly. I think he was the one that arranged that. But basically what we've been doing with the Open Reforestation Protocol is trying to find a way to combine the world of crypto with the world of reforestation. So we're having a lot of stuff come out in the next month. So I won't spoil too much about what we're doing, but in terms of my project, what I've been doing for the last few weeks, and I've updated occasionally on the Createbase chat, and we've been holding weekly meetings that any of y'all are more than welcome to come to. We usually try and post invites on the Createbase Telegram, where I just kind of give an update as to how the research is coming along for applying NFTs to this sort of protocol that we're building to help with reforestation efforts. So what that's kind of been initially doing is looking at how we can apply NFTs to land-based management solutions. So there have not been a lot of applications of NFTs to land management solutions. That company OpenLaw has done a few things for tokenizing certain real estate properties, but it's a very complex process, and we're not necessarily trying to do that, but we're trying to sort of find a solution that goes in between that. So it's been a really fun process. We should have some really good stuff at the end of it. And it's just been a joy to be able to be exposed to y'all's community and be able to be a part of this has been really fantastic. So a lot more stuff will be coming out that I believe I can legally talk about in a month or so. Until then, feel free to hop on the chat next week. And yeah, if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
I have a question, actually. Well, first, thank you so much for giving the update. And I think it's a really important project. And Createbase is super happy to be able to, contribute to funding it. But since reforestation is also connected to carbon sequestration and things like that, how do you see the current, discussion going on about the carbon footprint of proof of work blockchains? Oops, there you go.
Oh, did I cut out or did someone else cut out?
Briefly, you can continue. Yeah, if you.
Gotcha. Well, so Lenara, I believe your question was how do I feel about just general carbon sequestration discussion?
I just brought it because reforestation has a connection to that. Absolutely. So then, and then I brought the question of the carbon footprint, and how if that has a connection to your project or just as a personal question also.
Totally, yeah. Well, we have a lot of really great people on our team, and a lot of them are people who are on the ground actually planting the trees and working with the NGOs who go to various countries to plant the trees. And so, what we are trying to determine is what are some of the biggest struggles that they experience when they are planting trees, and then also, they're often planting these trees to help companies offset their carbon emissions. So they give them the carbon credits that are created from their project. So we're trying to build a solution that can kind of help them, and this is all going to be open sourced at the end of it. So it's just going to be software that we ship out and allow other people to build on. So it'll be a really, really cool opportunity. But what we're trying to address is some of those main issues that those project operators who are on the ground planting trees face, and that's a lot of that is trying to find those, trying to get really good data-backed recording technologies for whenever they're planting trees, to record that the trees are actually alive whenever they are being counted as carbon credits. So we understand that carbon credits aren't the end-all be-all solution for addressing climate change, but there is a significant need going forward to plant a lot more trees in our world. So that way we can sequester carbon, because trees are the best technology that we have right now to be able to address that. So we're just trying to help along that process and hopefully make the planet a little bit more green. So anyways, big fans of Createbase and really appreciative of all your support. So thank you.
Thank you for the update.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much, Luke, and I'll definitely try and pop into the next call. I think I was on a meeting at the exact same time. But anyone else from the community who would like to hear more about the project, I've been on a couple of the calls. So please pop into those and you'll learn a lot more about the project that way.
Yeah, it's super low key. So feel free to come on by. We'll have coffee and cocktails ready if you want. digitally.
Thank you. Thank you, Luke.
The calls are every Tuesday. Time
They're
zone.
at 10 a.m. Central Time. So I guess maybe 4 p.m.
5 UTC.
I'm sorry?
5 p.m. UTC.
Yeah.
There you
And
go.
then you can
So same
convert
time
to
as these
all
calls.
time zones. Oh, no, your calls, you mean, not our calls.
My
Yeah, I'm
call is
saying
at 4 p.m. UTC. Yeah.
4 p.m.
Yeah, so
UTC. Okay, perfect.
So I'll post in the
Awesome.
Createbase Telegram. So keep.
There you go. So Ben, you can come into the Createbase Telegram, and Luke will post it there. Okay, thank you so much, and we're gonna kick you off the stage and get Laura speaking now.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And just before Laura comes, I actually have to leave the call a little bit earlier today. So I just want to, say goodbye and thanks to you all. And if you want someone who needs or would like to have a Near wallet, we have a new article on the blog. Then Chloe can send the link directly to the post explaining exactly what you have to do to get a Near wallet. So please help your friends get Near wallets and get Near names. Before someone else takes their name, they should take it. They should claim their names. And we're here to help, Createbase and creators in general get their Near names. So that's my closing remarks. And I'll have to watch the end of the call and the recording when it's released.
Yes, the call should be streaming right now, actually on YouTube. So you can anyone can go to the Createbase YouTube page and watch the call there. But thank you very much, Lenara, and I guess we'll see you on the call soon.
Bye bye.
It's my turn?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Just an update about you. The low poly part about Mint-Base is finished, and but I realized I had to do a part about Near, and which is very educational actually. So basically what I'm doing is explaining what is the Rainbow Bridge and how the Ethereum features can be used on Near. I share each day when I finish rendering on the Telegram group, so you're pretty updated. But you can see, like today I shared I shared rendering this morning, and this is the final one. Okay, can you see that?
Yeah, we can see it. Excited to see.
Okay, this is the final one on the and it's all low poly, and it's I just in the last 2 days I tried to use some other assets which are not low poly and which basically crashed my computer. So I came back to working on my stuff. And yes, what I am doing, what you can see from that picture, let me share that again, is that I am talking about what is a smart contract, okay? And yeah, the only thing that I'm asking, if you wanna contribute to this, given that it's a work in progress, is that I'm mentioning the store connected to smart contracts because I want people, artists and creatives, to recognize that creating a store on Mint-Base means creating a smart contract. I also add the DApp feature.
So just a quick question. So for the smart contract logo, I see the Ethereum logo there.
Yeah, exactly.
Would it be a Near logo or?
I start from explaining what's a smart contracts on Ethereum, and then I talk about in the next scene will be about the bridge, the near bridge, which is I can show you the image. Which is this. As you see, there is like a service tower in the city with the near logo, and then the Rainbow Bridge.
Wow, looks super cool. Really.
Yeah, it looks, I'm
Really
excited
impressive.
to see the video when it's all together. It looks really cool.
Thanks. This is the part that I did, and which is not about what is a smart contract, etc. But actually, I'm finding out that the educational part of the video is so important, and that's why I'm sharing this with you, because this thing of the smart contract, I'm adding only the app and the web store option, but we could add for example, we could add video games. Okay. If we want people to understand that having a smart contract, you can create a video game with your NFT assets. So basically, I'm sharing this with you because if you think Mintbase would be interested in people building video games, for example, with their smart contract, then maybe putting it in the video, it's a nice idea, okay?
Yeah, I mean, I think the whole idea of Mintbase and allowing creatives to own their own smart contracts is that they can do anything with those assets, video game assets being one of the many things those cards could be used for. And a lot of the talk now is about being able to have multi-use cases for NFT assets. So not only just having an asset being a sword, for example, in one video game, but it could be a sword in one video game. It can give you, a discount in another application, and it could be used, let's say, as a virtual house, let's say, with extra attack power in the next video game. So also providing like multi-use cases because it's all on chain. So yeah, definitely, I think that video game use cases is a wonderful step for NFT assets.
We could even add video games like, let me show you again. But we could add video games as a spaceships, a spaceship that runs between the buildings, and so runs between the concept of DApp and web store with a spaceship with the
Honestly, you're the creative lead on it, so I think that would be really cool to see a spaceship running through to showcase the video playing or how the fun use cases that the DApp and smart contracts and web stores can have.
Yes,
a wonderful idea.
If Vandal has any idea connected to audio to put on the video, in particular, if you have any specific project for Mintbase or for the Createbase, would be nice to know it now because I'm building it. So
you want some audio?
No. I would like to know if you have some idea for audio NFTs that you'd like to put on the video.
Okay, awesome. Yes, definitely. Hopefully, while I'm talking, we don't cut out again. It's been awful over here. Oh my God.
I can hear you perfectly now. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, no, I'm just worried because the internet every time I seem to talk, the internet just decides it wants to. Not the internet, the power actually. So I don't want to jinx it. So you guys go ahead. I will save what I have to say for the.
Oh, I'm finished. Just say your thing. Okay.
All right, let's go. So I'll continue for the, I don't know how many time. So I've been speaking with Mike St. Jean, and we're putting together sort of the rough outline of what a music guild would look like on Near, and it's pretty exciting. We've got some really good ideas. Mainly, I think our focus is on education, primarily education leading to creation, which is I think where we need to start, given the experiences I've been having with musicians. It's a bit different, I think, in approaching musicians when it comes to onboarding. So we're kind of looking at sort of a Red Bull Music Academy style of a cohort delivery, which I think is pretty exciting and is sort of like hand-holding through the process. So it's coming together, and that's I guess the main sort of update that I have, that I have been wanting to say this morning over here. But yeah, that's where it's at now. And aside from that, there's other sort of non-Near related stuff that I can talk about. But the other one is the TYGS project, the Think You Got Skills, which is our sort of proposal that we put in for Createbase. And I guess an update to that is Akmal is doing all the visual content, and we're updating the website. And we just have a few more documents to go until we're at our first milestone. So we're super excited about all of that stuff. Just waiting on the visuals. And I spoke with one of the team members of Kernel, who was sort of asking more detail about TYGS and how that fits with the overall ecosystem. So not necessarily with Near, but also how it can integrate into the other platforms like Audius, for example, and potentially, what was the other one that he had brought up? Yeah, mainly like Audius, I think was one of the main ones, and we have some ideas on how to work them in for the competitions. Laura, you said you had a question?
Shall we get her back on stage?
Sure, why not? Looks like my internet's, the power's holding up here.
Oh, and Carol, I can't remove you from stage, so feel free to remove yourself from stage whenever you'd like.
I don't know how to. I tried it earlier, but I went on, I clicked on exit, but then I was completely out of AirMeet.
Okay. It's like the question is, it's like you say that you're putting out some educational content, and so I'm interested in it because my video is mostly educational. So if there is something that you that you want people to know before knowing your content, before getting to your content, okay. If there is some basic notion about blockchain, for example, that are so basic that you don't tell people in your educational content, just tell me and I will put them in the video so that people are ready to get to your content. Okay.
Okay, that's awesome. We're not quite there yet, but we will be, and definitely, I think it's wonderful. So thanks for offering that, Laura. And I think it all fits nicely together with what all of us are doing. So for sure, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Just let me know. You know how to get to me. Mm-hmm. Bye.
Cool. So I guess that's all from me for this quick one. Should have more in the next couple of weeks as well. So keep an eye on the chat.
Thank you so much for Vendo for putting in all that effort to get on stage and talk about it. And I'm super excited for the Music Guild. I mean, I think it's been 3 calls now since we've been kind of hearing different talks about potentially a Music Guild coming. So I think it would be great to kind of be able to move people that come into Createbase and kind of start funneling them into more specific areas, smaller groups or not even smaller groups, but just groups where they can be more efficient in how they work together. Because obviously, those musicians need wonderful, cool art for their albums. So hopefully there'll be lots of collaboration there.
And I think Wanda has been doing that all the time, like since, I don't know, since forever, since I know him. You've been doing that anyways, Wanda, right?
So we've been getting people together and trying to get things going. So
yeah,
great.
Yeah, and there's a lot of crossover as well with the Createbase guild as well. So definitely, there's musicians in the Createbase, and then also the artists and collaboration. I think is a huge aspect of what we're working on. So yes, definitely.
very excited about it.
Thanks.
So unless anyone else wants to come up on stage, it's past the hour, so we're going to end the session here. If anyone does want to stay at the tables, I'll be there for a few minutes. If anyone wants to pitch a project or ask questions about Createbase, feel free. But thank you so much for everyone coming to the 8th Createbase community call. Excited for the 9th one in a couple weeks. And to anyone out there who's watching this, please feel free to reach out. Our website is createbase.community, and there you can see all the blog posts, you can see all of our social links, and you can hopefully get involved with the community. So